to my channel. I am super excited to share this video with you today. So I have been wanting a tiered tray for quite a while now. I just think they are so pretty and I just love the decor factor that it adds to a table. And I normally have a basket full of just stuff on my table, usually like plastic silverware and napkins and things like that, and candy most of the time, honestly. And so I want something different, and so I'm gonna do a tiered tray. So I have looked and looked and looked for one, and I just can't find one that I particularly love, and especially that I want to spend any sort of money that they're worth on. Those things can get really, really expensive. So I've decided to make my own, and that's what we're gonna do. Security system. We'll see how this turns out, and I want to bring you along with me. Okay, so first I'm going to unpack everything that I got, and everything that I have here is from the Dollar Tree, with the exception of the things that I'm using for the tray, and I'll bring those out in a second. So I'm going to unpack real quick. Okay, so I have all my decor pieces out here, and I honestly have an idea in my head, and it's probably not going to come together that way, but we will see. So what I'm going to actually use to make the tiered tray are these wooden plates that my grandfather made. So he was a wonderful woodsmith and made tons and tons of plates and bowls and things, and I am very blessed to have been able to get some of them. And so I found some that aren't like the most pretty, I think. Maybe they're like, this one's unfinished, like doesn't have a coating on it, and so it's pretty simple, and I like that it's kind of deep, that it will, things will set in it. And then the next layer is again, just, you know, not one of his prettiest pieces. Some of the ones I have put away and use for other things are just gorgeous. So this is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as finished of a piece as some of the other plates. And then there's this one that's smaller. So it'll be the 3 tiers of the tray. And then he made these little like candle holders, I think they were supposed to be, but again, I won't put candles in them to burn them, and I might as well use what I have, and otherwise they're just sitting in my cabinet and I'm not even honoring him by using them, so I might as well at least use them for something. And then this little cup that I actually had pens and pencils in at one point, that I'm gonna put on the top. So a lot of tiered trays have like a handle thing on the top you hold it from, and when I was just looking for these items, I found this cup, and I thought, you know, that would be really precious to put that on top and then make like a small arrangement coming out of it, or I'm thinking like even at Christmas, put little candy canes sticking out of it, and I just think it'll be precious. Also, if this doesn't look good, I'm just gonna attach it together with hot glue, and I feel like that's a fairly like less permanent type of thing. So if I don't love how this looks, I can kind of pry off the hot glue, resand down the spot where it was if it causes any damage, and then still use the plates for other things. So this is what I'm using, and I'll bring you down to my level so that you can see my hands working. You don't need to see my face anymore. Okay, so I have my hot glue gun heating up, and then always make sure you put something down to protect your surfaces, obviously. My hot glue gun's pretty heavy duty. It's like a pretty high heat gun. The little thingies broke off of it, so it has to lay down. Anyway, that's even more reason to protect your surface. So just make sure that your thing's clean, which that isn't very clean. I'm just gonna wipe these down real quick. Just make sure I have a nice clean surface to start with. It's kind of been sitting collecting dust for quite some time, so just make sure that's nice and clean. This one has, I think both of these actually do, have like a felt pad on it. I'm gonna take that off. Any of my siblings or cousins that are watching this, hope you don't get mad at me for using Grandpa's stuff. But anyways, also I hope you have some of Grandpa's things also. I just touched the hot glue gun. Ask most people that I know, I will always burn myself when I cook, when I craft, when I do anything. Okay, so these are clean. These are clean. So one of these was wobbly. This one, I think, yeah. So I want to put that one on the bottom just so I can put a little extra hot glue around. And this, I think, has a kind of raised surface too. So I wonder if I put it that way, how that would look. That's actually not bad. It's gonna be too tall for my camera. Oh, but see, I'll have to make sure that's lined up. I don't know. I kind of think I like that. That's gonna keep the wobble out of it too. It's gonna be a lot sturdier. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that. It's just gonna be a little harder to line everything up. Okay, so moment of truth. I know it's hot because I just burnt myself on it. Put a fresh stick in there. Oh, there's plenty. Oh, this makes me nervous. Okay, we're just gonna put hot glue around the rim. I'm not gonna be too particular if it sticks out because I feel like it's always gonna have decoration on it. Probably should have been a lot more like measured it out and made sure it was centered instead of just eyeballing it, but I'm not too worried about that. So next layer. Okay, I think I do want to get a little more precise on this one. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, this is coming together super fast. Okay, now this one makes me a little more nervous because I want to line up the bottom with the top here. You can see what I'm doing here. Hopefully that's pretty good. That's about as close as I'm gonna get. That way it looks more like it's one shaft right up the middle instead of just right there on top. Dadgum, that hurt. Okay. Another glue stick. And come off. Oh, it came off the bottom. Put more on there. One thing my grandpa always did with his plates, because they are decorative, was he would put a pop tab on there. And I'm leaving that because my grandpa put that on there, first of all. And second, I thought, oh, I can hang like a little, I mean, this is actually for Riley's room, but if this were smaller, I could hang that little dude out on there. Okay, let's see. What do we need to do? See how non-permanent this is gonna be? And I'm okay with that. So that just peels right off. Okay. Might have to get slightly more permanent somehow, but it actually makes me feel better that that broke off because I was so nervous about messing these up. Okay. I didn't think I would need to sand it or anything because it's kind of a rough surface anyways. I just need to move faster. And maybe the glue wasn't quite hot enough, but it's literally boiling now, so. Hopefully that's the center. And again, it's just sitting on my table. It's not like it's going anywhere. So far I'm pretty happy with that. Can you guys still see it? It's getting tall. Okay, and then now I just need to attach the cup. Do I want to attach it or just leave it removable? I'm just gonna attach it. I'm gonna attach it so it'll fall off. You saw how easy that other thing came off of there, so it can be easily removable. Okay, that's it. Easy peasy. There's the whole thing. Let me turn my camera on. And there it is. We don't need my ring light in there. Let's move this over here. All right, and there it is. Pretty mix of some different woods. Fairly centered. Too bad I don't have like a lazy Susan to put underneath it. All right, now I'm gonna decorate this thing. I burned the fire out of my knuckle. Okay, I don't think I need the hot glue gun anymore, so I'm gonna move that baby. Oh, still got glue on my table, of course. All right, so what do I want to do? I really wanted these to fit on there, but they are not gonna fit on there. Wah, wah. This little guy probably will. He will not. This baby will. Okay, so strike three, I'm out. Out of ideas. It's not how I want it at all. Happy fall, y'all. Well, at some point my camera shut off and I didn't notice, so you didn't get to see me put the finishing touches on it, but I am pretty happy with how it turned out. So let me just show you. Here it is as a whole, and I'll try and go all the way around it. I think there's still some empty spots and more that I could have really done with it. But all in all, I like it. I like it a lot. It looks good on my table. Excuse my craft room back there. Maybe I should look at it from this way. Makes it look more like dining room. But I didn't get to use my jars here, but I'll find something for them, I'm sure. But all right, I hope I've given you some inspiration for a tiered tray, and If you do one, make sure you send me a DM over on Instagram and show me how your tier tray turned out. Happy fall, y'all.